Good morning. This is Rick Gray. Just wanted to talk a little bit today about sales, if that's your profession, and if not, any kind of work that you do can qualify and it can apply to what I'm going to talk about, which is practice. Practice ahead of time, not practicing on clients, but practicing with an accountability partner or with somebody else in your organization before you actually go out there and talk to a potential prospect or customer. One of the things I like to talk about is, think about a professional athlete for a moment. I don't like to talk about professional athletes too often because I quite often don't agree with how they live their lives. But if you think about how much money they make and you think about how good they are at their chosen profession, there's a lesson there. And if you want to think about an athlete that's a professional basketball player, for example, you think about Kobe Bryant, who is arguably one of the best basketball players currently active in the NBA. How much money does he make? He makes over $20 million a year. And to the average person, they can't relate to that or fathom that, but they can also understand he practices a lot. Think about how much he practices versus how much he actually plays in a game. And you start to understand that he actually practices more, a lot more, than the minutes he would clock in an actual basketball game. So think about your life and your profession. What do you do for a living? What is your chosen vocation or your job? Do you practice at it? Do you practice scripts? Do you understand potential objections and do you have the answers? Do you really understand who your customer is and what their needs are? If you really want to make a lot of money at something, you have to be really good. How do you get really good at something? You practice a lot, not 2 or 3 hours a day or not during your business day, but all the time. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes part of who you are. You look at anybody that's really successful at something, whether it's acting in the entertainment industry or athletics or in the business world, these are people that live and breathe what they do. They practice all the time. So when they're in an actual situation, it's a selling situation or it's a game situation, they're already prepared. They're really good. So think about your job. Think about your life and how much do you practice? How prepared are you? Are you an expert at what you do? Those are the three questions I always want to make sure everybody can answer in a positive way. And when it comes to dealing with your clients, number one is, are you an expert at what you do? Are you really, really good? The second thing is, do you care about me, the customer? Do you really care about my needs and my situations? And the third is, can I trust you? If you care about your customers and they can trust you, that goes a long ways. But the final piece of that is, are you an expert at what you do? You're not going to be an expert at what you do without practice. So think about that today for yourself. How can I practice? How can I set aside time to get really good at what I do? If you want to make a lot of money, get really good at something. That's the key. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.